Hey fuckers, it's Friday.
Can't spell shattered without shat or turd.
Like a gut punch to the abdomen.
Some of the funniest shit on the web.
I call it a rock Fred.
I like the cut of your jib, gentlemen.
These five are the only protection we have.
The best part of this show is the genuine Hasbro love.
Good night, folks.
And of course, Pat's weekly farts.
Breaking news.
It's very outside of the box.
Hail day.
I love Friday.
Bob's Bait and Tackle, now carrying Hasbro.
They truly are your favorite podcast.
Thoughts, prayers, likes, and shares. Shout out to
A to B.
Uncut. Is that you?
When are you going to bring Larry back?
My favorite Star Wars podcast.
Shattered Cast on
Complete fuckers. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only, and its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now and
Shut the fuck up, Chip.
Good evening, everyone. Welcome to Shattered Cast Uncut. This is episode 275. You'd think after all these years it would be more episodes. I don't know what happened. I'm your bully of a host, Robert D. Internet bully who deserves to get his ass kicked, apparently. I think I'm big time now.
Wait, what happened?
I'll tell you right. Bobby, say hello, Bobby.
Hey, what's up, buddy? Everybody.
Say what's up, buddy. What's up, everybody, buddy?
No, I'm in a different mode now because of what you just said. So I need to hear that story.
Say hello to Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
Hey there, everybody.
And Justin T2RX6. He's here as well.
Nobody said hi. I don't understand.
And because I was saying say hello too.
Oh.
All right, what happened? What happened?
Well, I think I'm big time now. I think I'm officially crossed the threshold to big time status. Because I have like an official hater. One of our listeners, he's been listening for a long time. Somebody made a comment on our last week's episode that, oh, everybody is so nice and calm without Bobby there. And then this guy was like, no, it's Robert. He's the annoying one or some shit. And all I said was your face. And then he went on a tirade. Like, oh, I think there's no connection between your brain and your mouth. Like, who am I to comment to him, right? Even though he was just right. He's like, oh, I not only dislike you because you're a lawyer, but also I'm just paraphrasing. Like, I'm a bully apparently, that I bully everybody on the show, and he can tell because he's a bully buster, and I need to get my ass kicked.
Dude, I do kind of feel like you push me around a little bit, man.
Mm-hmm. I knew it. I knew he would jump on that train. I knew he would jump on that train. Like, you know what?
No,
I get bullied by Adam. I get bullied by Robert. I get in this.
Thank you. People said that I bullied Adam. You're right. Adam bullied me. You're right.
But it was a bit of a shock. You know, I'm like, wow, people like at least one person thinks I'm a bully. Like, really? Did I come off as a bully?
I think you do. I don't think you come off as a bully.
I think you do.
No. I think you come off as like
roll credits.
I think the bully gets tossed around. I think you're a ball buster. You know, which is like that's right up my alley.
Yeah,
you know, like that's I respond to that sort of behavior. But I think in today's kind of very sensitive, soft, trash, padded society, that it does seem like bullying. I agree with.
Can I ask you a question? What is your stance on and I only bring this just because we're talking about the softness of society that we have to be. But where do you stand on? Okay, so let me qualify this. If someone is into like doing cosplay, right, and they dress up as Starfire, is it appropriate for them to paint themselves in Starfire's skin color?
Oh, you saw that.
Or like the She-Hulk's color. Like, you can paint yourself orange, green, right?
By those colors, are you talking orange and green?
Yeah. Like, is it appropriate to change your skin to match the color of the character? So if you are a fan of a character who is of not white ethnicity, and you are not doing, like painting, like tanning or darkening your skin to be offensive.
You're not doing blackface, which is a very specific thing.
Let's say you want to be Michael Jackson for Halloween.
Like, cause I mean, like.
But young Michael, not new Michael.
Yeah, but like, so like, is that offensive? Like, cause like I see people talk, they're like, oh, it's so offensive. I'm like, really? Like, because I think that's ridiculous if you're not like doing it to like make fun of it or whatever. Like, It's admiration for something, right? So
Bobby has definitely thought this through. He has a well-grounded, well-articulated statement for this. So before he gives his, let me give you mine. Because Bobby's going to just bookend it, door shut. That's the conversation.
Well, that's Bobby. That's how he does.
So let me give a little offering because I'm sure he's thought of what I'm about to say, and he has something to input for that as well. So I'm sure he has these bases covered like boom, 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 boom. Watch. Everybody watch. Gather around. Just 1 second. Listen to the bonobo speak. No, but I don't think it's bad. Not if you're dressing up as Michael Jackson and he has young Michael. Well, let's say Denzel, right? And you're white and you want to look like Denzel, so you put like paint on your skin to change your skin tone to match Denzel Washington's, right? Or he's a character from a movie, right? That's different than going quote unquote blackface, because specifically I think there's a problem with equating blackface with that. Blackface was a real specific kind of thing that people used to do. That what did have inherently racist connotations, and I think
1000%.
Yeah,
absolutely.
I think doing that to equate the two is actually ignorant. But you also, though, have the societal pressure. Like, when is it? It's almost like a norm and what's acceptable. It's almost like, listen, at some point, the majority rule occurs, and now, no matter what you feel, everyone thinks you're wrong. So are you wrong now?
Yeah.
And that's where I'm still mulling this over. Like, even though I don't think it's wrong, is it wrong because most people out there at this point would find it offensive? And now Bobby can go.
Okay, so just to piggyback real quick, like off of yours, I agree with everything you said.
Oh my God! Hold on. Whoa! I just fell.
But I think that you also have to take into effect that account that you can't control the way people react.
Sure.
Like that is something I think that we all forget. Like myself included. You can't control. You can't rein in, you can't manipulate the way that people react or feel towards something that you say or put out, right? Energy wise,
I mean, in a way you can, but I mean that just goes back to what's actually racist, you know what I'm saying?
Right. Or fascist.
Yes, that too.
And so so I've talked to Joe about this at length because Joe is a cosplayer and his wife is like a proper quote unquote, not to say that he's not, but she does cosplay all the time. She does photo shoots all the time. She has a Patreon for her cosplay, et cetera, right? Her traps are as big as this desk that I'm sitting at.
Oh, come on. That's offensive.
I'm just messing with Joe. Joe knows how I get down.
That's offensive.
So, okay.
They are two well-sculpted humans.
Here is my opinion. I 100% agree with Robert that blackface is a very specific thing. And if it's not that, then it's not blackface.
Right.
It's something else. I think that most of this kind of like that, the ground zero for this was a lady. I think she was a school teacher. I could be wrong. But she went as Halloween costume of the black chick from Walking Dead. And she did it. Like, she did the damn thing. Like, she airbrushed her face and stuff, like, to match the skin tone of the character.
She didn't just take black shoe polish and
it wasn't
blackface.
It wasn't blackface in the historical sense. She was trying to match the skin color of a character that she idolized, that she held in high regard, that she respected, et cetera, et cetera. Me personally, I don't think there's anything wrong with that. And I wouldn't feel any different if any other race decided to do a white character that way. And I'm going to circle back to that for those that are getting annoyed and thinking about typing. Just give me a second. Let me explain my point of view. I wouldn't feel a way if they did it in a Caucasian or Anglo-Saxon skin tone manner. It wouldn't bother me at all. All I would think to myself is that they respected that character. They wanted to pay homage to that character. Now, Joe, his point of view is that race is not a costume. So when you apply race as a costume, you are taking on all the things that race implies. So Joe applies it to himself, his own standards. His favorite comic book character is Deadpool. He's only done it with the mask because he hasn't wanted to be the quote unquote Asian Deadpool. And he also hasn't wanted to put on whiteface, for lack of a better term.
In all fairness, Deadpool's pizza face.
Correct. But he hasn't wanted to do, like, you know, there's genetic differences, right, regarding eyes or whatever. Like, he would have to manipulate that, and he could. He's just a talented dude.
Some tape. Open those eyes up.
Well, he does whiteface as a impersonation anyway, so but that's a private thing. He only does that around loved ones, and I appreciate him for it. But so that's his point of view, and I understand it. I don't agree, but I respect it and I get it. Because the idea is, like, you're putting on my race for a day and for this particular character, and then you're taking my race off, but you don't understand that there are things associated, according to the people that feel this way, that my race carries with it these other things that we can't take off. So I understand the sensitivity to it. I also understand the character appreciation and wanting to pay homage to it. I understand both sides in terms of my own personal kind of feelings on it. I feel like it's not disrespectful that you can't compare somebody putting in hours of makeup to look like a African American person to what blackface was.
Yeah, there's nuance.
Now, 100%. Nuance and context with this generation, they're out the window.
It's
Nobody
like everything
cares
is dealt with a fucking hatchet, not a scalpel.
I agree. Talk to Lisa about it. But, like, I think that...
I got into some arguments with Lisa.
So in the same breath, let me say this. Nobody has put on whiteface to make some sort of broad, general racist statement about my culture, my heritage, etc. So maybe I don't understand the context and nuance regarding that. I'm willing to admit that. I, on the other hand, must say that when Dave Chappelle puts on whiteface, I'm laughing my ass off from start to finish.
Mm-hmm.
But some would argue that that is what white privilege is. I don't agree that white privilege is a thing. I think it's more related to class, and we can get into that on a different podcast on a different time. But
socioeconomics.
Yes, 100%.
Was you talking about? Now there was this girl that was over in, I think, Lithuania, and
I think that's what I saw. Yeah.
Yeah, she's a Twitcher. She was on Twitch or something like that, and she did cosplay all the time. And she dressed up and got into the darker color of a character from a video game. I think it was Overwatch or something, or
yeah,
I don't know.
like that. I don't know what game, but that's right. I'm like, really? I'm like, people are offended by this, but I mean, I see your point, Bobby.
She didn't know. She didn't know. She's in Lithuania. She didn't know what the meaning for blackface was. And that's why everybody was in a little.
So
I don't think that's the meaning of blackface.
For 30 days.
Let me interject there, because that's a great point that Matt's brought up. Is that another thing that we do is we apply American history to the history of the world.
And she didn't know anything about that. Yeah,
most countries don't give a shit about our little ass history. Most countries have thousands of years of history.
But she got banned for 30 days for doing that, and she was like, I didn't know anything about it. I was just paying homage to a character I love and adore, and I was paying my respect for that. And that's why people were kind of, were up in the uproar saying she shouldn't be banned for that. Maybe a day or something, but
And I've been saying this for years now, but the key to all of this shit that we see on the internet, we don't see it in real life, right? Do we all agree? We all agree that we don't see it in real life.
See what?
Like
I don't see it.
The broad strokes of racism, the broad strokes of sexism, the broad strokes of I don't know what the right orientationism. I don't know what the right word is for it, but whether you're gay, straight, trans, whatever the fuck, like, we don't see that in real life. Like, have you ever seen somebody like holding the door open and then a black person is approaching the door and they say, "Oh, no, never mind." They close the door on purpose. Like, no, you open the door. Have you ever seen that?
No, I've never seen that.
It don't happen in everyday life.
That's not really the internet world. Is not the real world.
Yeah, it's all social media.
Well, the
what
world
I've
that
been
we're
saying-
growing up in is a little different than the world that our parents' generation grew up in. In the
Of course.
world that our parents' generation grew up in, that shit was prevalent.
And and hopefully we're all growing, changing, evolving, getting better. That's the goal.
That's the goal in life.
I don't think that it is accurate to suggest that what is taking place on the internet is accurate to what is going on in the real world.
No.
And I think that we need to take into account that the key to all of this shit is 2 words. And it's the key to everything. Like, I swear, like, the older I get, the more that I see on my channel, the more that I see in everything that I do professionally, everything.
I'm Optimus Prime.
Anal sex.
Is 2 words. Anal. No. Is
social media.
Healthy discourse.
Yeah. And that's really hard to do nowadays. It's funny. Like, my IT guy, right? I recently became friends with him on Facebook. I usually keep my world separate. I can't have people know what I really do in my spare time. It'd be devastating for me. What? And but I friended him, and then I couldn't believe the stuff I was seeing him post. Like, he is a tinfoil hat, right-wing Trumpist, right? And I love now. I tested the waters because it's so sensitive to talk to people about this stuff. And the question is, why is it so sensitive to talk about it? You know, and like every time he's in my office working on the computers, I keep trying to pull him out of his shell and let's talk. You know, and I'm like, don't you realize that with these algorithms and with people with these lines in the sand becoming deeper and wider, you're only talking to people who agree with you, and that's the most un-American thing that there is.
The echo chamber.
Yeah, I'm like, I want diversity. I'm like, what I love is the fact that all of my real friends, most of my real friends are grown people who, what do I have in common with them? I was 10 years old. And I loved a certain type of toy, right? And me and all the other 10-year-olds, you know, out there love these toys. And then we went our separate ways in life, you know, and then in our 30s and 40s came together again to revisit our joy for this toy. And now we get to share our different life perspectives, you know? And I find it so refreshing and wonderful to hear somebody with an extreme opposite view of mine. You know, and I'm like, that's the most American kind of thing there is. You know, instead of name calling, listen. Maybe they're right about some stuff and they should listen to you. Maybe you're right about some stuff.
1,000%.
You know?
And you can have those. And it's like, it's one of the things that I've appreciated about this community, like both Transformers, nerddom, whatever, like when you had this common ground of respect, right? Like we meet people at cons or shows and they're into the show. So, like, they respect the show. They respect the show because they respect our opinions. We respect them for respecting the show because that means there's a mutual respect of opinion, right? So we have this baseline to build off of. And now that the disagreements happen on top of that baseline, we can have that healthy discourse. I've noticed it with, and I don't mean to put him out there, and I'm sorry, dude, if you feel like I am, but Yul and I disagreed on something. Something rubbed him the wrong way, and him and I disagreed. But we had this mutual respect because we kind of understand one another in terms of the community.
Right.
Jumped on the
phone call.
I think I think I served him the phone call. I could be wrong. You'll correct me if I'm wrong, but I think I served him the phone call.
Nice.
We got on the phone. We discussed the disagreement. Not only were we, like, both of us walking our own personal dogs back to our house and agreeing on the things we got wrong, but we were also inspired by the other person, both him and I, seeing that each of us got some things right.
Yeah. When you have an underlying mutual respect, that is a buffer zone that shields away any. It makes it more difficult to just label someone and to discard their view.
Exactly. You know what it's called? It's called being an adult and being a human being.
Yeah, but what the problem is, what's going on now, right? Our whole system depends on the free flow of information. So I don't know what to believe anymore, honestly. I don't believe much of anything unless I can see it, feel it, hear it, taste it, touch it, hump it. If I can't do any of those things, I don't know if I believe it unless I go to the original source and get to experience it and look it up. So if I don't have the time and energy to do that, I kind of go neutral, you know? But people are so willing to jump to conclusions about what the truth is. Because of this echo chamber, there are echo chambers of keeping people separated from each other, and our perceptions, of reality are diverging significantly where we can't bridge this divide. So some people see the sky as yellow, some people see the sky as green, and neither's right.
And I also think there's a part of that like, and I don't want to get this shit too off the rails. We're already a half hour in, but blame Justin if you're gonna blame somebody, because Robert got it last week. I get it every week. It's Justin's turn.
Yeah, sure, Justin, you're a fucking bully.
That's fine.
But
I don't actually read the comments, so go ahead. I do that celebrity approach.
Dude, you are a big shot though.
Yeah.
So like, to be honest,
if I had a dime for every one of Justin's reviews, if I had a dime for every one of his reviews, that had
you can make a phone call.
If I had
you'd have like 2 dimes.
No. Let me finish. If I had a dime on every 100 reviews worth $1 million.
Gotcha.
But like, we can't. One thing we can't do in order to. This is just my opinion. And forgive me, like, I know the minister listens, and Minister, if you're listening, I'd love to have a one-on-one with you. We can talk about where we would share it and all, but I'm available for that. I'm available to be on the Black Delegates, and I'm available to have you on some sort of bonus content. Like, I'm available. One thing we can't do is we can't judge the morals of yesterday by the standards of today.
Calm down there, Optimus Prime.
So like, what I mean by that is, like, let's say, and I'm choosing the worst of the worst, right? I'm purposefully doing that to prove a point. There's some blonde-haired, blue-eyed German gentleman that lived on the outskirts of town
in the White House,
in a rural area. And the whole shit of the Holocaust is going on. A fucking heinous act, like top 3 in history, easily. And he doesn't quite understand it because of where he is. Like, we can't hold that dude accountable in the same way that we'd hold somebody accountable today in the New York City supermarket for not holding the door open for a Hasidic Jew. Like, it's not the fucking same. And I feel like that's something we often do, is like, for instance, let me change the dynamics. Let me change it to something safer, right?
The views of Bobby Skullface do not reflect the views of Shardouts.
Listen to me. In 75 years from now, 75 years, it is a heinous act. Meat. It is disgusting. It is distasteful. Can you believe that ancestors 75 years ago killed cows for hamburgers? They bred cows in these fucking breeding camps for hamburgers at a local food chain. Am I a terrible person because I've eaten a Big Mac? Like, I'm just a product of my culture. And the culture changes and the culture adapts, and hopefully we get all better. Hopefully we work out all the answers. Hopefully we get to the finish line, which is to make us the best that we can be. I'm with the shits on that. Like, let's be the best. But you can't blame me in 2002 for eating a Big Mac.
This is true. I think you have a good point, and something that I've been chewing on for a long time, and I don't have an answer.
Big Mac.
No, I do. I don't have an answer, but I do have questions about. I believe that where we are individually or ethnically, culturally, socioeconomically, I think it really is socioeconomically, which connects to many things, including race, religion, gender, even now sexual orientation. But where we all are, right, based on what categories we fall into, is you don't start over unless you pulled yourself up from your bootstraps. If you are truly in an isolated position, but that's not the norm. More often than not, where you are, just socioeconomically, is based on the prior generation, which is based on the prior generation, which is based on the prior generation, and so on. So I don't believe it's so easy to just take the position that, hey, we're starting over because I'm my own person. You have to acknowledge the tree's leaves exist because of the roots. So I do believe there is accountability in some extent, and I don't know what the answer is, but there is some type of responsibility we all bear together. It's a two-way street.
But I think it's better to take the approach of saying, I am going to be different. Yes. I am going, you know what I mean? Like, like that is the accountability. Like
for everyone, really.
Yes. Yeah, like, so my dad, like, I don't want to trash my dad. And sometimes this stuff can be taken way out of context, but like my dad, he retired. He served
in a farm in Germany,
a county, municipality for 33 years, was willing to sacrifice his life for that county. He was a fireman. He retired. He moved out to West Virginia. Now he sits on a fucking mountain and he looks at the internet all day long.
Is that Conan, the Mountainarian?
And he hit me up, and we talk fairly regularly. And he's like, "Look, you got to be careful out there. Like I'm seeing all this stuff. There's a lot of terrorists. There's especially after Freddie Gray. Like I'm in the Maryland area, so after Freddie Gray, all that stuff. He was like, "Look, you got to be like, there's race problems brewing." I was like, "Look, Dad, I just went to the supermarket. I held the door open for a Muslim lady, and a African American lady passed me a cucumber. Like everything is fine. You can't let this shit on the internet warp your view of what fucking reality is.
Dictate your life.
You know what I mean? Like it's not real. We think it's real, but it's not. Like I see all this shit day in and day out as a moderator, which I don't even use. I should just fucking give it to Dante, of the Nerd Rage page. Everybody's got a ton of shit to talk about regarding Star Wars, right? Like, oh, Disney's ruining it. The fucking whamming, all the whamming, you know, all that shit. I just went to Celebration. It was sold out. It was packed. In the most fucking cosplay in there was Kylo and Rey. Like, and easily 50-50. Like, it's fine. I let the internet skew my view on how I see the world see Star Wars. It's not fucking real. What's real is what I saw in real life.
Man, when does it become Toy Detox?
Like, so there's a meme.
Wait, we stopped doing the show?
I'm sorry, and I just feel like we're going in a serious direction. And look, I'm not a political dude. All I give a fuck about, really, at the end of the day, is my tax return. But like, there's a meme that's been floating around that like I definitely relate to, and it says, "Hard times make strong men. Strong men make good times. Good times make weak men. Weak men make hard times."
That's good.
Mm-hmm.
That's very good, Bubby. Listen to that pregnant pause from Bubby.
What about women, man?
Whamming.
What about women, huh? You fucking misogynist.
Yeah.
So, anyway, I think that was a nice social discussion.
Well, I'll say this to say this.
We should do that more often.
I say that to say this. Real quick. One last blurb. Like, I'm not a big political dude. I don't give a fuck. I give a fuck about my tax return. That's pretty much it. I don't watch Fox News. I don't watch CNN. I don't watch MSNBC. I don't watch any of that shit. I listen. I'm just giving them a plug because I'm a fan of their work. I listen
Joe Rogan.
One political podcast. I strongly recommend that everybody give it a shot if you're slightly interested. They just kind of align with my sensibilities. It's called The Fifth Column.
Interesting. Oh, we bored all the listeners to sleep. Fucking Rob Milton crashed his truck.
Shout out to Rob.
Everybody's dead. Everybody fucking dusted listening to this shit. Everybody's like, fuck this, click.
Good night, folks.
Yeah, anyway, this all started because Justin had a question for you. But I just wanted to say one thing about the comment that was made about, my big time moment of being hated for me being me. It's funny. I am a ball buster, right? I'm like that with the people I love. And my history has been, I do it so much that I alienate people and then they don't like me. It's been since I was a kid, and I'm used to it. But like last weekend, we were at my sister's 20th anniversary, and my family was there. My family that I grew up with. My wife I've known my wife for years and years and years and years. She still gets uncomfortable with the shit we talk to each other, the ball busting that occurs. She's mortified. She's sitting there burning her bra, and we're just talking shit. It's like the bigger a jab you can get into the other person, the more affectionate you're being.
Dude, I hate to say it, but it might be an Italian thing, because like I learned it from my Italian family.
And Irish too.
Yeah, Irish too. I have an Irish family as well. Like that's where I learned it. And I told somebody recently, because I got on there real quick. Side note, I was at work. This guy that kind of works there has big teeth, really big teeth. Like that. Who's that motivational speaker?
Tony Robbins.
Yeah, Tony Robbins. He's got like Tony Robbins teeth, but he's got like a little 110-pound frame
and a little mouth, but huge teeth.
Yeah, and he was looking for a key to something, and I asked him if he had checked behind his teeth. But
did he whoop your ass?
No, fuck no. But I ended up going to help him.
He bit.
He bit me, and now we call him Teeth or Sutherland. But I end up going to help him, and
Teeth or Sutherland.
While I was helping him, I was like, look, man, I'm only fucking with you because I like you. Like the worst thing with me, if I stop making fun of you, that's when you need to worry.
Yeah, and I don't want to talk to you. It's like if I'm treating you like you're not there, I've written you off.
And that might be an Irish-Italian thing. I don't know.
You don't make fun of me about it.
But, please. Well, he doesn't want to hurt your feelings. He's afraid of you now. He's afraid of you. But, but the other comment that was made about, and it's funny. It's a button for me. Like when people don't like you because of what you do for a living, I'm a lawyer. Yes. And I put my neck on the line, and I'm doing this public thing. And sure, we have a disclaimer and everything, and sure, it's satire, but still, I always have to be mindful about what I say, but, it's not frivolous for me. This is, it's meaningful that I'm doing this and that I have, what I do for a living. I'm accountable. And, but it's just funny. Like people have impressions about all lawyers. I think it's okay to be like, you're a dick, you're a piece of shit because you're a lawyer. And it's funny, like when I got my apartment originally, my landlord, he didn't want to rent me my apartment, and he told me to my face, he's like, honestly, you're a lawyer and I fucking hate lawyers. You're a pain in the ass, you all suck, and I'd rather not. And I was like, it's funny, I went to law school to make my father proud, and as soon as I became a lawyer, everybody fucking hates me. And then he was like, that's a good point. Okay. It's just weird to me. Like, it's like all of a sudden, just because what you do for a living, you're a piece of shit. The problem is 90% of humanity is shit, and they're everywhere.
You're a damn good lawyer, man.
Maybe I'm not a good lawyer, but I'm a good person, I think. I care about people.
You're both. You're both.
But that's a pretty shitty thing to say to somebody. That,
and I responded.
You suck. No, but that's a really shitty thing to say, and it's actually hypocritically ignorant to accuse somebody else of being a bully when you yourself said something ignorant and offensive.
And I responded, and I said,
because you know what, dude? If you get into a fucking car wreck and you break your leg, you're not calling anyone but a goddamn lawyer, probably. All of a sudden, you need all my help. So go fuck yourself.
I told him you would give him the shirt off your back. Man.
Well, and let me say this. Let me interject. I've had this happen. Yeah, I'm sorry. Look, I don't mean to cut you off, and I'm gonna let you finish.
Okay.
Sometimes, like I think it was Eyes Covered. Was it Eyes Covered that said that started the thing with maybe Bobby being off the show is the best move?
Yeah. Oh, you did see.
Eyes covered. I thought we were pals.
Ribbon you.
Of course he was. Of course he was. I'm with the shits. But like, let me say this. Like, sometimes people do this, right? Sometimes people say like, "Hey, this guy is not a good guy, but you're a good guy." And my response to them is like, "Look, I keep this guy around me. If you think I'm a good guy, would I really keep this bad guy around me?"
You know who else bust your balls, man? Sean Love. He loves to bust your balls too, man.
Sean was a good dude, man. That's my guy.
Oh, that's a great dude. But yeah, he loves busting your balls.
It's nice to see.
He always texts me out a whole bunch of shit, and I always send like a LOL or haha, like just 'cause I don't know what else to say. You know, like a lot of times, like that's how I feel. Like, man, that's pretty funny. You know, like. And then like one time he sent me something and I was like laughing my motherfucking ass off. He's like, "I finally did it. I'm just gonna stop."
I know. It's a great feeling whenever you get a better response than just LOL from Bobby. It really is, man.
I feel satisfied.
It makes my moments.
I know that I've done good if I get like 6 LOLs in one string sentence.
Dude, I feel good when I get a phone call.
I feel like I did good when I get a LOL from Matt. When he sends me the multiple LOLs, I'm like, man, I got him.
Dude, I feel good when I get a phone call.
Bobby has to put in work when he gives you an all caps extended LMFAO.
That's my big one.
That's some that's some good stuff right there, man.
That's my you got me.
So speaking of getting things, Matthew, did you get anything this week?
The only thing I got was the New Age Blue Cosmos, the Max version 2. That's the only thing I got this week.
Where are you going to keep the repaints of the New Age stuff?
They're in front of the Magic Square, and the New Age stuff are in front of Skylinks right now.
So
I'm doing what you do.
Are you keeping the repaints together?
Yeah, he's right next to Cosmos.
So you don't do like a separate display for repaints?
No, I bunch them on assholes to elbows, man. You know that. Come on now. Yeah, they're on the same area.
That's all you got? You didn't get the clear one yet?
No, not yet. He's coming.
Oh. Did you order anything recently?
Yeah, I ordered a Starscream statue, and I'm really excited. And Bobby actually said congratulations. I'm going down another.
And I meant it. We're gonna get into a discussion. I hope we're running out of time, but we're gonna get into a discussion regarding that.
What company makes that?
Imaginary Arts.
Imaginary.
That's the company. That's the company I got my eyes on regarding Transformers.
Huh. Oh, really? Nice.
Yeah, I want that Soundwave. I want that Grimlock.
I would love to hear
with the Sharkticons.
Yep.
I would love to hear some listener opinions. Anybody throw out a comment. I think Matt would appreciate it because he's not allowed to really have his Transformers out in the living room because it's his toy room. He has a whole toy of the house. The hell? He has a whole room in his house for his toys. But this is more of a piece of art, in my opinion. The question becomes, where does he display it and how does he display it? Because it don't fit in a detolf, and I don't think it belongs in a detolf. I think something that belongs on a stand. But I think, personally, it's worthy of your living room or something because it's more of a piece of art than it is a toy of your collection. But I would love to hear other listener comments regarding where Matt could display this statue and how. Matt, how big is it?
About 26 inches. Or no, I'm sorry, 22 inches.
So it's 10 Matt dicks.
It's a Besta. You're in Besta territory. You're in Besta territory or you're in Majicase territory. I hate to be the one to break it to you.
You know who can hook Matt up? You know who can give Matt some good advice?
Talk to me.
Jisk.
And Joe.
Yeah, Besta. Just give him a Besta. Just
give him the best of both worlds. You know what I mean?
And that's not all, Matt.
For a long time to use that.
Hey, guess what? Guess who bought 3 Detox today?
Oh, God. You bought 3
Detox?
I did.
You suck.
For what?
For 1/6 stuff. For 1/6 stuff.
Okay.
What? Yeah. Okay, wait. 1/6? Wait, 1/6 is what? Hot Toys? No.
Yeah, well, it's that scale. It's that scale.
That's Hot Toy scale.
Not necessarily for Hot Toys, but it's for that scale.
Oh.
I think Detox fit.
Did you get?
I think Hot Toys fit Detox really good.
Did you get your dioders? Did you get your dioders?
I bought 4 dioders.
Oh boy, poor Joe. Is that why Joe was over?
Yeah, poor Joe. Joe is listening to this right now on his way to work, crying and laughing at the same time.
No, Joe is probably asleep, crashed into a tree. Next to
Let's hope. No, come on, man. Don't say that.
Does Joe get upset whenever you get, when you get details or anything because he knows he's gonna put them together?
No, I tell you what. I think I saw Joe getting a little cranky the day we were doing.
Did he? He got cranky with you?
He said he did. He said he did. I
What'd
thought
he do?
I
Did he
saw a
backtalk?
little bit. There's a little bit. It was underneath the surface. You got to go underneath the first bread, underneath the cheese, underneath the condiments, and then there's a little bit of crankiness right before the meat.
There's a little salt. There's a little salt there.
Did he snap back at you or something or back talk?
I think he was like, "Man, come on,
Fast?
like this is your own shit. Take care of this yourself." I think there was a little bit of that in there. I detected a little bit, just
eyes rolling.
slightest
Eyes
bit.
roll.
He was a trooper. He rolled with it. Joe always rolls with it. There was a little bit in there. I feel like
So you invite Joe over to your crib.
Mhm.
He thinks that you're inviting him over to hang out on his day.
No.
off.
I'm always up front. I'm always up front.
So he comes over and you're sitting there in your chair with 6 boxes in front of you that say Detox and dioders.
Let's say Boda.
And you got a drill. You got everything ready for him. You just hand him his gloves.
Nah. No, it's not like that. I'm always up front. I'm always up front. But Joe's always down. Like he says he's the most selfish person on the planet, and yet there's only one person I know that's always down to help. Weird ant.
You know what I think is selfish?
Mhm.
You got him a truth wife beater, and you didn't get me a truth wife beater.
I figured you'd turn your T-shirt into one before we do it.
He'll get there eventually. Give it time.
Bobby's slapping his own knee at that one.
He's like, I'm proud of myself. I made a good joke.
Well, and here's a guy I'm proud of. Justin, did you get anything this week?
Yeah. So I got. I don't. So it's hypocritical because it's a knockoff. They're all knockoffs, but I love the Ronin Warriors /
Justification.
Samurai Troopers franchise, and there's these really beautiful like Bandai Armor Plus versions of them. But I missed the boat on them a long time ago, so they went from being like expensive to being really expensive. And I think I picked up one of them like maybe a year or two ago, I would say, a knockoff version of it, just to check it out, see what it was like. And as far as I knew, they didn't make any more of them, but then it turns out they did. So I picked up all of them. I was like, why not? So I'll complete my little knockoff collection. And if someday life finds me the right way, maybe I'll get the real ones, but whatever, the knockoffs are fine.
What are they?
They are, so back in the 90s, there was a anime called Samurai Troopers. In America, it was Ronin Warriors is what it was called. And yeah, it's good. It's a good show.
Like samurais in Vietnam or something? Like they're like in the Vietnam War?
No, just go look it up. It's like, I don't know. I don't know how to explain it. They are, it's like modern people wearing like ancient armor, but it's cool. It's a good show. It's a really good show. So, and that's all I got. So.
Oh, okay. Bubby.
I got Marvel Legends Mystique. I had the opportunity to look at Takara Tomi's Megatron from the Beast Wars.
That review of Mystique's been up on Patreon for quite a while.
It has indeed. I got a whole bunch of lights and supplements for my shelves.
And Detox.
And Detox. I didn't get any lights for my I got 3 Detox today and a Mojo.
I think that's Bobby's term for a salty Joe KW.
I got a Print Formers Scorponok.
You got to keep it?
I got to keep it.
Wow.
Yeah, dude.
You broke it?
No. It actually made its way safely through.
You know, Bobby had to think about like, did I break it?
I got to keep it for $300.
Dude, I was so happy he let me keep it. Like, I was so like, I don't know, man. It's not the greatest thing in the world. It's the fact that somebody made it. Mm-hmm. That's what feels.
That's really nice of him.
That's what feels special about it, man. It's the fact that somebody made it in their basement and I have it. It feels like a work of art. It feels like I have art in my house as opposed to a toy. Mm-hmm. I got Hot Toys Captain Phasma.
Wow.
Yep, for a really good deal.
How much?
I got $150. I got 3 3/4 Amperu and Uncle Owen from episode 2, like the younger versions.
So are you gonna do another like coffee table display?
I'm doing another coffee table display, but it's not with them. It's of the Cantina. Laura and I are starting the next week.
Because
Bobby,
you
that
can just
thing-
have you can have like burnt chicken wings you can throw down next to the house. And change it up.
I have to say that Jabba's Palace thing is beautiful, man. To work.
Thanks,
for.
man.
When I watched your video and everything,
Like everybody, it's funny, man, because everybody that's coming over to the house is talking about it. And they're talking about it. It's only interesting because nobody ever talks about my 3 3/4 stuff, because 3 3/4 stuff is very difficult to display. But like everybody's loving that. Like it turned out very nice. My wife and I almost got divorced over it. But
why?
You didn't watch all the fucking content, man?
Star Wars, man.
I don't watch all the content. You're putting out a video every half hour.
Oh, that's me.
And he took a page from your book.
Yeah, we got into a huge argument over where Jabba's throne should be, and we almost got divorced over it. You know what I mean?
Man, were the papers almost coming out?
It was bad. I was on the phone with Robert. She was on the phone with somebody professional. It was fucked up.
Oh, you just called him not professional.
I'm a personal injury lawyer, right?
He said I was talking to Robert. She was talking to somebody professional.
I had somebody ask me to look at a contract they were writing up, and I marked it up, revised it, and everything. I'm like, listen, I'm not a contract lawyer. Then she was like, yeah, but is it tight? I'm like, I don't fucking know. I'm not a contract lawyer. She's like, I know that, but is it good? And I'm like, do you understand I'm not a contract lawyer?
You're saying the words coming out of my mouth.
You should have marked it up in crayon.
And then I got something super awesome. I told Robert about that.
Told everyone about it.
No, I didn't. I didn't tell everyone about it.
He never talked to us like that.
But I can't talk about it.
Ryan sent me a screen cap of what was supposedly like new news that he had sent to 30,000 other people.
But it's all I can say is, much like the Printformer Scorponok, it is a piece of art, and it will be valued more than the artist ever knows. And I paid $300 for it, and I can't talk about it. Can't talk about it yet. I can talk about it in a couple of weeks, but I can't talk about it yet.
That's a hulking pickup.
And I can also say that I don't think anybody on this panel would really be interested in it, especially for that price. No, I don't mean that as a diss. I'm just trying to, because like there's always people that like see this and be like, dude, they'll hit me up, be like, dude, you got a prototype of Fans Toys Aerialbot Superion?
Just tell them
No, I did not get that. But it's
some box art for somebody.
I'm very happy to have it. That's all I can say. It means more to me than the majority of my collection. I can say that as well.
What about the pizza that had my faces on that? What about that?
So Robert sent me this pizza. It was a cardboard cutout, and it had pepperoni pizza pasted on top. And it's in place of the pepperonis, it was all Matt's face. I didn't really know Robert at the time, and my wife didn't know him at all. And I wasn't really getting anything sent in the mail to me from anyone. And my wife had a serious sit down with me about giving my address to people, because this maniac put another man's face on pepperonis on a cardboard cutout pizza, and I have it hung in my review area, and I will cherish it forever.
That was from one of the early episodes where you were talking about put it on the pizza.
Yeah.
That's when I did that right after that.
That was early in SCU history, man.
Yeah.
And I went to Celebration, and it was awesome.
Oh, yeah, you did.
Oh, right.
Hey, Robert D. What'd you get, fella?
I just got in. I don't want to tell anybody. It's a surprise, but I got Fans Toys Motormaster.
Oh, nice, dude. How is it? Dude, no, wait, of course he didn't, Matt. Everybody's sitting on the seats like fucking idiots.
I know he didn't. He would have told me. He would have sent me pictures of it. He would have sent you pictures.
If I wasn't so busy today, I actually wanted to. I was on the cusp. We're talking about cardboard cutouts. I was going to get like a G1 cartoon image of Motormaster and cut it out and glue it to cardboard and then put it on my credenza and say, and I was going to post in the cafe that I got it in.
Oh my God, the nerddom would have just been an uproar.
I'm just gonna say to J.I. That's not your initials. That's you know who I'm talking to. I'm not talking about you, so don't feel a way about it. But everybody
talking about you. They're talking about you.
Everybody hit me up about this Fans Toys Motormaster. Like, dude, I heard it's coming out in 2 weeks. Like, what the fuck? What do you want me to say about that? Okay.
Good job.
Like, I don't know what people want me to say.
Thumbs up.
I don't understand. Like, I'm like, look, okay, look. I appreciate that you would think that I would have some sort of inside info. I have none. The people like the moment that I got 30 PMs, I hit up my guy and I was like, hey man, you know I'm still in for that, right? And he was like, yeah, I got you one. And that was it. Like, and I'll let you, when I get a shipping notice, I'll let you, like, within 24 hours of it hitting my house, I'll have the review up. And that's
I told many listeners that based on the non-disclosure agreement, you can neither confirm nor deny your relationship with Fans Toys, but
I'm the CEO of Fans Toys.
Like, no,
Robert, we need to send him.
Edit that out, Justin. Edit that out.
Darlene Jane, Bobby Darlene Jan face. That's why you wear the mask.
Robert, we need to send him updates of Motormaster that's coming out in 2 weeks, every hour on the hour.
I mean,
just to do that, just to
like, okay,
don't do that.
I have my pre-order up with BBTS just because it's a safe pre-order. Even if it comes late, it comes late. But every day I'm checking Robo Toy Base to see if he gets it in.
I used to tell people I get excited when I see the shipping notice, but I don't even get excited for that anymore. You know when I get excited? When I see the box at my porch.
It's a pretty good time to make
that.
Like the shit is so fishy these days. It's like, dude, it's coming out. Like, when the fuck was XTB's
no one likes the fishy box.
When the fuck was X-Transbot's Death Wish supposed to come out?
Mm-hmm.
Like, you know what I mean? It was like borderline before Chinese New Year. It's still not here. And motherfuckers are like you want me to get excited?
Sea Spray would come out.
Like, dude, they got box art. Okay, they got box art, motherfucker. Like it's still not out. So like, how excited do you want me to be? Like, when I get it, I'm excited, and then I put it on the shelf, and I'm content, and that's it.
Yeah, but my hat is off.
I'm on that. Wait, I'm sorry to cut you off, Robert. I'm gonna let you finish, but like, I'm in that Matthew Deluxe Baldwin range now, where I'm more excited about statues. You know what I mean, Matt?
And AdSense.
I love that AdSense.
Matt's got that AdSense money. That's 10 McChickens a month, bitches.
Damn right.
So I'm gonna get Justin that statue life for us all said and done.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that jazz. He'll get that jazz.
Justin.
Nope.
Justin, our prophet, the dolphin of all dolphins, has made it clear all roads lead to quarter scale.
Just spend the SU money on a statue for Justin. I'm fine with that.
Fine with it too, actually.
Do we even have it?
Do it to re-spark his love for Transformers. You know he'd review it. It'd be like the second coming.
Be right back.
Yeah.
Oh, be right back.
Robert, did you get anything else, or is that all you got?
No, I didn't get anything else, but I do want to make comment about Mythic Legions. You know, for figures that have great paint and sculpt, you know, I'm really amazed. Like, these are sword fighters and spear fighters and axe fighters and whatnot. They have terrible arm articulation, and it's unforgivable. You know, maybe look at the $35 figures when you get them in the early stages, but I mean, you know, if you're paying $100 for a figure, is it a $35? Should a $35 figure be able to raise its arm up to the side laterally? You know, and you know, in the Mythic Legions chat, you know, when the guys post like, you know, images of toys coming out or toys that they got, and I'm just hashtagging them, arms down. It's like, dude, you got a fucking sword and you can't lift your arm out to the side.
Well, let me ask you this. Do you think that is going to be a phase for, not everybody, like, you know, the Pacific Rim kind of things. Do you think that that's going to be a phase for people?
Listen, man, these guys,
Are they hardcore? Are they deep?
This is like a silent epidemic.
What are you talking about?
Mythic Legions.
Mythic Legions.
Silent epidemic.
This is an epidemic.
You're in the chat though. You're in the Mythic Legion's chat, man. I ain't trying to hear that
He
shit.
got put in there. He didn't,
Look,
he didn't volunteer. He didn't volunteer. He was put in there.
Matt.
I'm taking up for Robert on this one.
Matt,
I'm sorry.
Justin, can I have your ears for a minute?
You always
You can have them.
Dear brother Robert is not being forthcoming. He was at NJCC and he bought the cousin Mythic Legion's piece and loves it.
Oh, I love it.
Loves it.
Oh,
so the Mythic Legion's brothers are cousins. They threw him in the Mythic Legion's chat.
Mm-hmm.
And now he's exposed to all that, which is Mythic Legions.
Yeah, but you don't understand. They're like, oh, the pre-order's coming out.
I understand. All
Three
right.
of this guy, 4 of this guy, 2 of this guy, 6 of
Now,
this
have
guy,
you
3
bought
of this
another
guy.
one? Robert, have you pre-ordered any other ones?
No, but there's a Cringer one coming out.
Cringer?
There's a fucking head.
Dude, should Shattercast buy a Cringer and keep it somewhere so everybody can visit it and sign it?
I'm gonna get it.
Are you gonna get it really?
Yeah, he's gonna have a little mute button.
Probably should.
Yeah.
You have to. I mean, you already bought the mean
But it's
evil.
just like a Shattercast thing, right? I mean, that's the reason why Greg isn't here tonight.
Yeah,
Well, he's here actually, but
Cringer took it. Cringer took the
Cringer
remote.
still got him on mute.
Yeah. Maybe we should get to talk about Transformers. How about
Oh, here we go. No, let's talk about the Endgame video clip leak. No?
No, I don't want to hear
I
anything.
didn't see it. I wanted to see it, but I didn't see it.
Yeah,
Yeah, so
Bobby
they got-
confident face.
Man, they even reached out and said, you know, don't listen to any of the
Toys Robin
spoilers.
is $174. Robert, I need you to get that for me.
What is?
Batman 1600 Hot Toys Robin. It's on sale at BBTS.
Did y'all see where the directors were saying not to believe anything or not to listen to all the spoilers?
It's dude, it's Burt Ward. It's Burt Ward Robin.
Does he have a package?
Yeah, of course he does. Go check it out.
I got you a better one.
No, you didn't. No, you didn't. Give me a better Robin.
I got you a good Batman last week or 2 weeks ago.
You just gotta, dude, Robert. You're gonna love to get this for me. You're gonna love it.
What did you get at NJCC, Bubby?
I got a NECA 7-inch Batman from you.
No, from Matthew. That's from Matthew.
Okay, from Matthew. Matthew was just.
Oh, it
riding
doesn't mean as much now.
No,
Really.
you were right. You're riding the Tyler Fulcher train, man.
Riding the Peanut Express.
Yeah, 'cause I get you stuff every time. I've gotten you maybe 2 things in the lifetime that we've known each other.
I got something coming for you, man.
Whatever.
I can't talk to you about it. I can't talk to you about it now, but I got something coming for you, and you don't even know it.
Whatever.
You can feel sorry for yourself in your own time.
Mm-hmm. Love that Adam West though.
Oh, and he got me an AT-AT remote control, but I gave that to Shoulders. Shoulders loves it. He's loving it.
He said, "I'm playing with it right
You made
now."
a big mistake. That's a great toy.
Oh, Shoulders are gonna love it, man. I made a perfect choice. That was it, right?
No.
What else did you give me? Oh, the Darth Vader pop.
Yep.
I did unbox and put on my shelf, just so you know.
And what else? No, that's not all.
Did you give me something else?
Yeah, I was Raul for a day.
Yeah, but I threw most of your shit away, so remind me.
Yeah, what did you get him?
I won a
Oh,
raffle.
the Black Series.
Oh, it was a Black Series Boba Fett.
And the Hoth Leia.
Hopefully, I had
Robert,
those.
he doesn't remember. He doesn't care. Why do you keep
I
egging him
have
on?
those. I have those. I'm using this for a custom, actually.
Damn it, I wish you told me I would have bought you some Crayola paintbrushes.
Yeah. You're funny.
You standing there next to the airbrush in the box?
Either you're hyperventilating or it's time for dinner.
I know. I got you the airbrush and
My
box.
man.
All right, Matthew.
You got a little excited, man.
I did. I got excited about that. Matthew. I just thought about his airbrush and I started giggling.
Yeah.
Matthew. Hey, Bobby. Besides the diodes, have you used the airbrush on any figures yet?
You're funny. No.
Why not?
I just haven't gotten there yet. I'm trying to get nice with it. You know, once I get nice with it,
You got to work up to this.
yeah, you got to work up to it. But I'm getting there, and I've got big plans. You think Crash Box is something Wait till I get into.
Oh, are you leaving Crash Bucks in the dust? Is that what we're doing?
Wait till I get into chest box.
Chest box. What happened to Smash Crate?
Smash Crate is just for our knockoff Dio stuff.
Oh,
chest box is for Joe and I. Just throw Joe into it.
Yeah, he already did. He's like,
I always throw Joe into it. I'm like, look, I'm gonna rob this train. It's me and Joe. I haven't talked to Joe about it at all.
He doesn't know it all. He's like,
yeah, it's gonna be my custom stuff. But I got some big plans in the works. Don't worry about that.
Put on this mask, hold this gun. Let's go. All right. All right. So wow. Let's just scroll down. We are jumping to third-party news. Maketoys Endgame color images.
Finally, golly.
What the fuck is this?
I don't know why this took so long.
I think they're.
What's that garbage?
I think it's the Moss Toy shit, man. Honestly, like that's just a objective opinion. Sitting back, watching the fucking landscape, I think it's the Moss Toy shit set them back a bit.
I just opened up a PayPal thing with Moss Toy because I pre-ordered the Starscream, so I'm hoping I come home and get it.
Yeah.
I don't think an objective opinion exists.
That's valid.
That's just my objective opinion. I don't know, man. You guys are all making a big mistake getting this stuff. Takar's going to come out with new Seekers. You're all making a
I'm not getting this. I'm not
getting
this. I'm good with the Takar cone heads. I don't give a fuck about the cone heads.
I'm getting these because I don't have any cone heads, so I'm getting these.
So,
I think this. I'm sorry, Justin. I'm gonna let you finish.
Will you really?
I think this is the smarter choice. I think if you don't have the Takara ones, this is the smarter choice. Justin, go ahead.
So, I was just gonna say with this one, I don't understand the like double chest thing going on. Is that something that?
The two vents.
Yeah. Like, was that something that was prevalent in the comic? Like I saw it, I'm like, ugh, what is this?
No, I don't think that was in the comics.
Let's see.
Yeah, because it's got regular turbines, or whatever in his chest. I don't think they have turbines, but and he's got two sections underneath. Oh, I wasn't even paying attention to that.
I saw that. I was like, what's going on?
He's got two squares in the cartoon.
Okay.
Does he?
Fine.
Oh,
yep.
Okay.
Just curious, like, because I saw it and like, for
I
me,
was
I
curious
don't
too.
like it. It stands out too much, but
I agree.
I love he's got some new, he's got new facial expressions and stuff. That's pretty cool. The jet looks kind of, the Altmo looks kind of plain, but it's.
Whoa!
See what you did there.
Yeah, but I heard that the G2's falling apart out of the box.
There's a couple here and there. I haven't got mine out yet. But it does look it does need some stickers or something, for that. But like I said, I don't have the cone heads, so these will be my cone heads.
Man, fuck your cone heads. Fuck Maketoys.
I would love for Takara. I would love for Takara to put out a new set of Seekers and stuff, and maybe some cone heads. It piss off a lot of people, but if they made a new mold, that'd be good.
They are going to, my friend. Just watch and wait.
Oh yeah, it's easy money grab. I mean, it's an easy money grab. I mean, golly, you get one, you can get like 6 of them.
Yeah.
So.
It's going to be
I like this one.
51 to 57. It's going to be all the Seekers and Coneheads.
Probably. But this looks fine. I like this one. He's got some stubby legs. Look like, in the first picture, it looks like he got some short, stubby legs, but.
This is the biggest. This is like we're looking at something where it looks so new and cool and interesting and modern. In 2 years, it's gonna, something is gonna come out that's gonna make this look basic, and they're gonna be people are gonna sell them for $50 a pop.
Man, I don't know, man. Their stickers are pretty good, dude. I'm gonna be honest. They're really good. So.
Can I be honest about something?
Please do. I hate for you to lie to me.
So I was feeling inspired by Matthew Deluxe Baldwin.
Why do you have to say my name like that?
So I was feeling it. You inspired me. Is it okay that you inspired me?
Yes.
No.
I just spent $1,000 in statues.
Oh my God! No, you didn't.
When? Just now?
Just now.
That's money.
I bought Han Solo and Princess Leia premium format 1/4 scale statues.
Does Laura know?
Shout out to Joe. Joe, you owe me a high five. No, she does
Laura
not know. It just happened, and I only get the email receipts.
Nice. That's how it should be, right?
I'm an idiot.
Congratulations, man. No, I can't. I can't be dropping
I don't
like
deserve
that.
any congratulations.
I can't be dropping
Hey,
like that.
Laura, check out this week's show.
He's already
You may
texting me,
find
like,
this very interesting.
yeah.
Why can't you pay the light bill this month? Just take a look.
You went to my favorite part at 1 hour and 12 minutes.
You will love this. I think you will love Bubby for this so much.
I always make my worst decisions on Shadowcast.
Well,
Where'd
this,
you get it from?
this is his worst decision.
Sure. All right, go ahead. I'm sorry.
I think that's it for this.
Let's move on.
Yeah, transform and roll out. Commander of Stars.
I'm reviewing this. Outside of that, I got nothing to say.
What? Wait, when is it coming to you?
I have no idea.
Nice. I like this. I want it.
Who's sending it?
I'm not putting that. I'll put it out there on the review.
Which one's Commander? Oh, Transform and
Yeah,
Roll Out.
that's
Are they
fine.
actually releasing that? Like, because
Mhm.
you know,
In 2 years.
yeah, that's my question.
No, he looks pretty good. I mean, I'm not. I mean, it's a. I don't know if this is a render or is it a prototype.
It's a render type. Justin, you love this version of Prime, right?
I think it's a neat version of Prime. Yeah.
The render type.
I'm
Is
not.
this
I'm
a
not a big
render?
fan of the TV show he's from, but I do think it's a cool looking Optimus.
Isn't this kind of the origins of how it developed into Jetwing Prime? Because it looks cool with the wings and everything. And this was the first time you had a Prime with wings.
Yeah, like so. This is like one of the. Well, I guess Armada is really the origin for that. You know, because you get. I guess you had Armada Prime, then you had Matt. What was the space shuttle's name?
Jetfire.
Yeah. Oh yeah, it was Jetfire, wasn't it? So yeah, you had Jetfire that combined with them there, and then you had similar things happen with the Cybertron Prime and stuff like that. So it's kind of this is not really the beginning of that, but I mean it's part of that trilogy. So
This is the Unicron trilogy, and it looks good. He's real skinny. I mean, in the toy, the original toy was a little chunky monkey, but
I don't mind those proportions.
No, I mean, it looks good. I love the alt mode. Looks really nice. I've heard the Jazz was pretty good. I think you got it, Justin.
He does look like he's wearing a gladiator skirt, though.
He's thrusting a little bit too out there.
Thrusting Justin.
But it looks good. He's got the boots. He's got the spacewalker boots on and everything. Yeah, I didn't know they was around still.
It looks pretty good.
It's kind of weird to jump from a G1 Jazz and then jump to a Cybertron.
Well, so I'll give them credit on that. That at least it seems like they're making their own lane here. you know?
Yeah.
So that's a good thing. I hope it doesn't take you. How long have we been doing this show now? Because I'm pretty sure that the last one. I'm pretty sure the last one kind of was teased when we were doing a different show.
Yeah.
So please don't make it go that long.
And I think there's a room for Cybertron. I think a lot of people like they have some decent toys in there. The Megatron, if they make a Megatron, that would be. I like that Megatron too from Cybertron. So I think if they make this, definitely make the Megatron and stay in your lane, like you said. I think they could find some good sales from that because I think people like Cybertron.
Did I tell you I got a comment about previous show?
No.
About this show?
No, previous show.
No, I mean, Shattercast, you mean?
Yeah, a previous show to Shattered Cast, Matthew.
Oh,
I'm not following. I'm sorry.
I was confused too, but I get you now.
I'm confused more now.
Thank you. Okay, Bobby, you're...
Are you seeing a show previous to Shadowcast?
Yes. A show.
Okay.
Which
show are you talking about, Bobby?
Never mind. I don't want to talk about it.
You want to
anymore.
talk about it now.
Comment! What was the comment?
It was just like, I wish you would bury the hatchet. They're good guys, this and that. And I just responded. I was like, look, man, I don't have any hate in my heart for those folks. Like,
none of us do.
Yeah, there's no hate at all. I don't feel any kind of way. Like, don't get it confused. Like, I'm just indifferent. Yeah, I don't ever sit at home thinking about like, oh fuck, wait till I see that motherfucker. Never.
If you resent or regret the past, you can never be happy with your present.
Oh my God.
Talk about
just
it.
Get fortune cookies before you read.
Talk about it, Yoda.
It's true. True.
But every show is every damn fortune cookie that you ever got in that Chinese places.
He does eat a lot of Chinese. Best Chinese in the world.
He does. He dropped some chicken this past week, man. He showed me a picture. I was like,
oh, that was horrible. I made two giant casserole dishes barbecue chicken. I had marinated them all day. It was so good. Even Bobby would have liked it. And then pulled them out of the pulling them out of the oven, they just like got momentum and they slid forward and the whole rack fell out.
While I was in Chicago, I had some sauce chunkier than yours, man. It was a pizza. It had a whole tomato slice on the pizza, like a proper tomato slice, like in the sauce. I took it out. I put it on Laura's plate, and I was like, "Here, in case you want BLT tomorrow." And I just like said, "You would have loved it."
No, I wouldn't have. It was like a beefsteak slice, like a slice of beefsteak tomato.
Yeah,
that's disgusting. That is no place.
Nah, Paul C said it was the shit.
Well,
yeah. And Paul C would know, man. He's in Chi-Town. He's not in Brooklyn, but he's in Chicago.
Yeah.
Hey, Matt, what are you watching on TV, man?
I don't know. It's really loud in it. Hey, baby, will you turn that down a little bit? Bobby, I just want to know what you're watching. Are you watching Giraffe Lady? No. Oh, okay.
I should put Lisa on, man.
Oh, Chris
ask Lisa if she is happy about the Mueller report.
Are you happy about the Mueller report? Robert wants to know.
I haven't read it.
She hasn't read it yet.
Hey, ask Lisa. She's coming to Skullfest.
Hey, Lisa, you coming to Skullfest? No.
Matt, are you coming to Skullfest?
I'm trying. I don't know.
Yo, you went to NJCC and not coming to Skullfest. That's wild.
I know, man. I'll probably do it. I know you hate me for that.
Yeah, but you were here too. He went to come see you.
Yeah, it's not the same. It's not the same.
He got more Bobby time at NJCC than he would get at Skullfest.
Nah.
I got
that's probably true.
Asshole.
Bobby has a way to.
Justin,
Bobby
you don't make active attempt. You're upstairs teaching
Bobby's
your kid
busy
how to.
as hell.
Bobby has a way to throw a huge party, not be around because he's mingling, and then turn around at the end of the day and be like, I feel like you didn't hang out with me enough.
I got snapped at a little bit from Bobby at NJCC. I'm just gonna put
yeah, man. I had to let you know.
No. Let's not go there.
I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid.
You're not afraid. It's
I'm
fine.
not afraid.
I got a little scared. I almost went into the corner a little bit.
No. You now, Matt,
fine.
Matt, you have to admit, you brought that up.
You deserved it. It was a rib. You deserved it, Bobby.
And did he deserve the
reaming?
No, because you came out like you had something cocked and ready. Just waiting. I was like,
wait for me.
Right.
Just waiting for me. You like,
that's the thing is, people think that like I'm always cocked and ready. There's a guy I know. His name is Toots, right?
His butt.
It sounds like it should be in his butt, but that's literally his last name, Toots.
No, I meant you're cocked and ready.
Toots.
Whoa. And he has this huge chin. Huge. And I made a joke at his expense recently. A loving joke, like we were talking about earlier. And he fired back. He fired back with a ball joke, which is what most weak people do.
Oh, please, that's not weak.
I knew that would rub Matt the wrong way.
That's the only thing I got for you, man.
I dug in on this dude's chin so bad. Like I asked him how many blades are in his razor. Like I asked him how much soap he used on a regular. Like I went in on this dude's chin. Crazy. Right.
Mm-hmm.
And my point to that is, once again, it wasn't instigated by me.
Yeah, but come on.
Always you gotta go with that. It's not my fault.
Somebody initiated.
Not my fault.
And then I gave the answer.
And Robert when someone comes at you with light ribbing.
Robert and I actually had a brief conversation about it tonight before the show.
No, we didn't.
You did, not in that regard, but broadly. Did we not have a discussion about it broadly, Robert? Exactly. And I'm like, Matthew said we should discuss it, and I said I'm available tonight. How often do I say? How often, Matthew, do I say I'm available tonight?
I don't know. I don't usually talk to you very much.
Rarely, but I was available. Nobody, and we didn't make it happen, right?
Yeah, we did. I wanted to.
So don't put it on me.
I just want to make the show better. I was talking about banana
it's like when someone comes at someone else with some light ribbing, and then the other person snaps back with some real shit, it gets awkward. That's what happened.
All I do is real shit. This dude toots, his chin is wild big. All I do is real shit.
Anyway, thanks for making everything awkward. Whoever it is responsible.
Robot God Magnus.
Yeah. Banana Force.
I don't even know what this is.
It's Banana Force.
But aside
from else?
I'm afraid to rib you now about bananas because I don't know if you're going to talk about my mom.
You probably will. Is this something new or is this the same Prime?
Too many bananas for the average lady.
What is this? Is this Tarn Prime?
So no,
Matthew,
what this is
God armor.
This is RAD/Car Robots.
Oh yeah, the Ultra Magnus.
So last week, I think it was last week, we saw the Optimus Prime, and now they have the Ultra Magnus. So
this is the non-transforming.
I don't know. Does it?
Yeah, they're non-transforming.
Okay.
Like you add on parts and stuff to them.
Well, that's disappointing. That's not something I want in my life then.
Doesn't bother me.
Really?
It doesn't, and I'll be honest. It's funny. Like, I moved Tarn down into the basement, right? And Adam was like looking at the new display today, and he was like, "What the fuck is this?" And I was like, "That's Flame, so he's Tarn." He was like, "This is the best thing you have." And I was like, "I know."
It is a beautiful piece.
And he was like, "Does it transform?" And I was like, "No." And he was like, "It's still the best thing you have."
Except for the hands.
Man, and that poor Metroplex. Was he crying?
Dude, wait till I get that shit finished, man. I'm motivated now. You know that you're motivating me?
Dude, you're going to get admitted to preschool.
You made fun of my cabinet. I had to upgrade that. Now making fun of my Metroplex. I got to upgrade that. I got you. I'm on to you.
What I want to talk about is those thumbs. I never noticed your thumbs before. Is that your hand in that picture with those statue hands?
Yes, but the perspective is playing tricks on people.
What is up with your Hulk thumb?
My thumb is
Megan Fox. Them are Megan Fox thumbs.
No, based on certain sizes on your body, thumb included, I would think that you're malnourished. You were supposed to be 7 feet tall.
All of my appendages are huge.
No, just your thumbs. You got little teeny toes.
Come on, Bubby Fox. That's not. I don't want to hear that.
No, look. That picture is playing tricks on you in regard to perspective. My thumb is aimed more towards the camera, and it's giving the illusion that it's bigger.
I wanted to throw some peppers and onions on that thing.
Yeah, it looked like a sausage.
That was
my thumbs, man.
I wanted to buy it at a street fair. It's some Italian bread.
It's a corn dog.
No, it's Italian sausage. Jesus.
Nah, it looked like a big old corn dog.
Matt wants a corn dog on a stick. All right. Man's got big thumbs. It's really freaky. It's scary. It's like, I can't believe I never noticed it before. All right, Hasbro news. Trumpeter Bumblebee movie model kits. Let's just see what this is. This is purely kowtowing to Matthew's sensibilities here.
I got to throw in some stuff. I mean, having done the notes, I had to make sure we have Matt taken care of, you know?
Does Matthew know what this is?
I haven't seen these.
Non-transferable
the Bumblebee movie kits. Okay.
Model kits. Interesting. This is not Flame Toys.
Nope.
No, they're 15 centimeters to 10 centimeters.
I don't think this looks bad.
Nope.
Interesting. Very interesting.
What's 15 centimeters? What's what? 6 inches? 6, 7 inches?
2 dicks.
I'll look it up. Don't worry, I got Google at my house.
You got Siri. Hey Siri. Siri. Hey Siri.
God, you're so condescending.
Actually, she does know. Wait. Hold on, wait.
So condescending.
What is 16 centimeters to inches?
15 centimeters. That's fine. How long does it take her?
I'm looking it up, man. Hold on.
Jesus.
What is 16 centimeters to inches?
You got the Family Dollar series.
6.3 inches.
Okay,
6
sounds
inches.
right. 6
It's about a 6-inch figure. That's not bad. That's not bad.
Are you going to build these, Matt?
I don't know. I may. They look good.
This is interesting.
I never heard of who's making these.
Yeah, Trumpeter.
Trumpeter.
Donald Trumpeter.
I mean, oh boy, I wonder.
Oh boy.
I don't know. Is this going to toot your horn?
Now the ones on top, in the case, the ones on top look pretty good. I don't know. Are they just showing like pictures?
Yeah, those are fucking cardboard cutouts of renders. Oh my god.
I don't like that. But the two Bumblebees up there, they don't look that bad.
Oh god, cardboard cutouts, renders. They should be called ghetto formers.
Yeah, I don't know.
Oh my god.
I'm looking at those 3A ones though. That 3A Bumblebee looks pretty good. I'm not.
You get that?
I may. That Blitzwing looks pretty good too. Slash Starscream.
So they're doing two scales. One is like Chug scale, and one, or no, Masterpiece of it. If it's a 6-inch Bumblebee, that's MP scale. And then they're doing Legend scale. If you look at the display with the cardboard cutouts, the bottom has like Legend scale model kits apparently.
Yeah, they got Blitzwing, Shatter, probably Dropkick in there. It looks like Prime maybe too over there on the far right.
That's really small for Prime.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. I don't know if I want to do these or Flames Toys. Flames Toys got the smaller kits too, and I really like those.
I wonder if Flames Toys will ever do the movie bots. I hope they don't, because there's so many other things that they can do, and it's cool to see another company doing it.
I feel like I need to be honest for a minute.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I don't like the model kits.
No,
I don't like them. I
haven't. These are the Flames Toys?
In general. I don't like the Flames Toys model kits. I don't like the Bondi model kits. Everybody's telling me their Stormtroopers are better. They're not. I don't care for the model kits. I got a model.
You like building it. You just don't want to.
Correct. I have a model kit coming my way. Mr. Love did an Optimus for me that I'm very excited about because it's a friend of mine and needed artwork that I'm happy to display. But like, in terms of just buying shit for my collection, I do not like the model kits. I don't like them. Like, I don't like the way they move, the way they maneuver, the way they feel. I don't like them. I think they're a decent purchase for their price point, but I do not care for them over any of the import options.
Yeah, you got Flames Toys, just the proper.
Yeah, you got Flames Toys, you got SH Figuarts, you got Mafex, you got a lot of other options. Like, I just think there's better shit out there.
I think they're at least a good gateway to the non-transforming Transformer, though.
I agree.
Highway to the Danger Zone?
Yes, that too.
Highway to... Anyway. So, I don't know. I wonder if Matt will get this and review it. And it almost like you should do a build video, Matthew.
Nah, man, I ain't doing that crap. That takes too long.
Matthew is interested in doing a 30 minutes with Laura.
Yeah, I am. Is she?
I would she's willing to come on. We just got to organize the time.
Okay.
Oh my God.
I had a wonderful time with your
great
daughter. That was really cool.
I think you should do a 30 minutes with For Dummies.
That would be great.
I wouldn't mind. I'll get it. Yeah, I just had people on today. I had another guy.
Matthew. Also, did you see the love I gave you in last week's video?
You did. I appreciate it, man.
Matthew,
I really thought you was gonna shit on me.
He hit me up and he was like, "Is this to make fun?"
Come on now,
That's what he wrote me in the PM. Is this to make fun?
You know you shit on my collection all the time.
Of course I do, because I it's not my sensibilities, but
because you love me.
I can respect what you do.
Oh, I know.
No, he doesn't.
I know.
That's like saying Justin respects me.
And never once did Matt hit me up and was like, "Hey man, thanks for the kind words." He was just like,
"Oh God."
All Matt said was, "Is this to make fun? Is this to make fun? Is this to make me a laughing stock, Bobby?"
You know what? You know what I like? I like to have you and Laura on this. No, I'll take that back. I just want Laura on by herself. I think she deserves the
Yeah, man, she'd do it.
You better watch it. You don't know what you're asking for.
Yeah,
she's
I know,
a pistol.
man.
She's
She
a pistol.
don't take bullshit, man.
She don't take bullshit at
I
all.
never bullshit with her.
She'll pick you apart.
Me and her, we don't see each other all the time, but we don't talk all the time. But when we do, it's all good. You know,
I tried to fuck with her tonight at dinner because she's been like, I mean, we came back from Chicago. She's been fucking through the ringer. She had we came back at midnight on Monday. She had to work on Tuesday. She worked on Wednesday. She worked on Thursday. Like she hasn't had a break. She's fucking done. She's exhausted. So like she came home today and made dinner, and like we're all sitting there, and I was like, hey, why are you in such a bad mood?
Oh.
She was like, I'm not in a bad mood. I was like, you're in a bad mood. And I was like, Jana, and Jana was like, you're kind of in a bad mood.
Oh my god. Good job getting everybody to gang up on her like that. Come on.
Yeah, it was just a mess with her. She started smiling and stuff.
But whenever she's available, I'm ready to go.
All right, let's go. All right, we're all with this shit.
Bobby was like. All right, very good. He noticed he didn't say he wants the For Dummies on, but that's okay. That's all right.
Yes, he did.
No, that was Bobby. Bobby said he'll have the For Dummies on Matt's show.
Very assumption. I'm down with that. You weren't listening. You can't even listen to what Matt is saying, let alone watch his stuff. Jesus
I can't believe
Christ,
he hasn't
what kind of
had you
friend are you?
on. He hasn't had you on yet.
Yeah, he has.
Yeah,
I've had Justin on.
Just goes and proves that you haven't watched.
All right, I'm adding Greg.
All right, good night, folks. It's 9:00.
Well, I mean, we can finish up. My wife's asleep. I'm sure she's in a bad mood tonight.
Oh, yeah, you put her in a bad mood.
I'm kidding.
Bonobo hustle going on?
Nah.
Oh man, it's been like a week and a half since the Bonobo hustle.
MP10.
Dude, what is the Bonobo hustle? You gotta shut the fuck up.
You don't know what Bonobos do
MP10
socially?
Ghostbusters.
MP10 Ghostbusters Repaint.
What are you doing?
This
You're
trash.
not the one to move it along. What do you? It's trash.
It's trash.
So Justin, you are the one that I want their sole opinion on this because you love both these franchises.
Mm-hmm.
So I want you to talk about it.
So Brian Brink, actually, he's the one who pointed this out. He's like, I'm sure you're getting swarmed with this. I'm like, no, actually, you're the first one who's pointed it out to me. I'm like, it's garbage, but, like, I think the transforming Ecto 1 is awesome. But then to just take Optimus Prime and make him white and tan and put on Ghostbusters logos, I'm like, just a cop-out. It's just, you're just using the license for no particular reason. So, I don't know. I don't like it. Don't like it at all.
So if theoretically, if it was an Optimus Prime that turned into a proper Ecto 1, you'd be on board.
Yeah, I think that'd be cool.
Fair enough. I get it.
I'm
like, I'm rolling with Justin. I don't have a dog in the fight, so I'm rolling with Justin.
What if they remolded his gun to look like a proton pack thing?
Proton pack.
I think that would be interesting. I would want to see So here's the thing. This is how you make it interesting. I don't think it's going to be anything more than a white Optimus Prime with some Ghostbusters logos and some tan and stuff. I already think that it's just going to be just not my cup of tea. But if you were wanting me to get interested in it, then yeah, you totally make an Optimus Prime that instead of coming with like the Energon axe, comes with like the Ecto goggles and like a proton pack you can strap like peg on his back and stuff like that. Like that's how you get me interested in it. You know, when you actually put some effort into the merging of the two franchises. But to just repaint it and be like, it's Ghostbusters, like, no, you're not going to do anything that interests me with this. Sorry.
And how costly would that have been to do to just mold some accessories?
Yeah, I mean, obviously there's going to be a cost associated with it, but like, if it's this limited run piece and stuff like that, then why not? Why not?
It's expensive anyway. It's niche anyway.
Yeah. So.
And he should have a cigarette.
Yeah. So I don't know. It just I saw it and I was just like, this isn't what I want out of my Ghostbusters franchise.
Oh my God, a Stay Puft Marshmallow Megatron.
You know what? There probably is a Megatron coming. He'll be white. And it's also interesting to me that they're using the MP10 mold. It's like, still got to make that buck, out of this mold that we've repainted a million times.
I think with this
last dollar.
Mm-hmm.
I think with this recolor, it's the most recolored Transformer of all time. This was broke the Campbell.
They should repaint him as Snake Eyes.
I'm surprised they haven't. You know, all you need to do is give them a little visor thing. Like, yeah.
Oh, my God. They could have done the turtles.
Or the He-Man. They could have made him He-Man.
They could have done the turtles.
They could have gave him a wig, like a blonde wig, and just put it on there as though, and he'd be He-Man, or Skeletor.
Somebody's got to do a Skullface MP10.
Yeah, that's an expensive MP10.
Bobby's checked out. Okay.
No, I'm here. I just think Jesus Christ.
He's just not interested. Oh, we have someone on the show now. Say hello, Muty Man. Greg. Greg, you cannot. It is a faux pas to come on the show with Cringer out of the gates.
Cringer already locked loaded.
What do you think of this 3 a.m.?
Oh, I didn't realize I didn't realize I was muted. I'm sorry. I've had a day. Kids in the hospital overnight. They kicked me out because visiting hours were over. So I just got home. I'm on my phone. I didn't have time to set up, but I said, and I thought it was heard, but guess not, that it'd be cool instead of a little Matrix, they would mold a little Slimer to go chest.
Well, you're already getting a Slimer with the Ecto one, which I'm sure came from some other thing. I don't know. I doubt it's.
I know. But how cool would that be if you open the chest on the MP10 and there was a Slimer in there with his hands up?
Mm-hmm.
I think that would seal the deal for me, personally.
That would be cool. Like, how expensive really is it to just mold, like, stationary plastic? It can't be terribly expensive, and it would justify the cost. But I mean, because I can't imagine they're selling out on this. I can't. They would sell out if the accessories, something like that, needs cool accessories, and it would sell out.
Yeah, Japan likes this shit though. That's the thing. Like, Japan eats these repaints and exclusives and crossovers up. That's why they make them. So
Japan is eating shit up.
Except for raw eggs on everything.
Well, they like panty vending machines too.
Ugh. Is that why Joe goes there so much?
He loves the raw egg. No, he goes for the raw eggs.
For the dirty panties?
No.
Dirty panties.
Hey, Bobby, how much does one of those Truth
Joe's
wife
more
beaters
picky.
cost?
Huh?
How much does one of those Truth wife beaters cost?
They're exclusive, man. And
$5.50.
Joe wants to know the size of your traps before he gets involved with your panties.
Damn.
Traps? I don't got traps. I got side tits.
I get about 25.
You're out.
For trash,
You're out.
man.
You're out.
25
Got
inches.
traps? I need a bra if I'm going to wear one of those.
You're out.
I got to wear a bra around my armpits.
Sorry.
Man.
Can I shout Joe out?
No.
That video he posted of him fucking horizontal. That shit was fucking
That's impressive.
nuts.
Chris just
That was
farted at
very
him.
impressive.
He takes physical fitness very seriously.
No, he
I
doesn't.
do too.
He just plays a shitload of DDR.
I do too.
Oh, there he goes, getting real again. What a dick.
I love that. That's my
What
favorite joke of tonight.
man.
That should be the name of the episode. I do too.
Y'all look at this prom statue, man. Might be another thing I might get.
What did you just
Let's
say?
look.
Okay, 3A.
This is 3A?
3A, yes. Deluxe Bumblebee movie Optimus.
I thought we were already talking about this.
Mm-mm.
No?
We might
No,
have.
not
I
the
don't know.
statue.
It's
Oh,
hard to
it's
say.
great. It's fucking great.
You know what? So I just want to go
It's
down
short.
You need to relax, Bobby.
image
great.
1 where they show that his head can look down. I just feel like he's like, I was in the movie. Like, that's the face he's making. Like, look at him. Just so sad.
But to be fair, it's not a statue. It's an action figure.
Mm-hmm.
This is fucking nice. Look, I don't give a fuck what y'all say.
This is
man.
what a movie prime should look like.
Agreed.
I will get this to go with my Bumblebee.
But it's not going to fit.
Yeah, what's up with the size? What is it, 6 inches?
It's little. Look at it next to the Bumblebee. Look at picture
6.
Hold on.
6.
Hold on.
How big is
Bobby,
that
next-
B? What B is that? Is that
Is that
3A?
the- I don't think
That's
they
their
have-
proper B.
But that
No,
isn't
I
that
think
B
they did a
small?
deluxe one. I think they did a deluxe one too.
Hold
That's
on.
smaller.
Isn't the proper B actually pretty small?
Yeah. That's not the. That's a different one. That's not the. They have a deluxe one too,
Sucks.
and smaller. See, he's next to Blitzwing. He's as tall as Blitzwing. And that B came up to his like chest or something on Blitzwing. So that's not the right B right on next to him.
Why are they doing different scales?
Get that money, man. Get that money.
That's so stupid. This is really nice looking.
I think they have a company. I think as a company they have a scale. Like I don't think they care as much about character scale.
Well, they have at least 2 scales.
Yeah.
I have 2 scales.
I step on one scale and it just goes over.
I have my.
Does it say to be continued?
It does sometimes.
It says ouch.
Yeah. No, that's when my dick's on it though.
Whoa.
No, I'm just kidding. I got a small dick.
So let's switch gears.
Whoa, shit! That is tiny as fuck.
Yeah.
This is the first time I've seen this. God damn, that thing's like
half
the size of fucking Bumblebee.
That's what I tried to tell you.
That's not the right Bumblebee. You just didn't. That Bumblebee is not the right one. There's a Bumblebee that's coming out for 38. He is smaller than Blitzwing, which is next to him.
Ooh, I like this question. Let's do this.
What question is it, Robert?
Shaving.
Because that's the thing is I got a good discussion topic, but we
Let's
can't be on here
discuss it.
forever.
Let's go.
No, we got to end this soon.
Oh, we got to end this soon. Then go ahead with the question.
Do y'all have curfews or some shit? Are y'all grown?
Justin, Robert does tonight.
Domino's closes at 10. So
what's the question, Robert?
Hey there, SCU crew. This question is unorthodox, but here go. What is your shaving preference? Electric, standard razor, 2, 4, 5, 6 blades, shaving cream, no shaving cream, daily? Just let it go and see what happens. Wait, Ben is not on this podcast. LOL. What does Ben have anything to do with shaving?
Because he's got a beard. That's the joke there.
But they still trim.
I shave my head every
Wait, we're not
3
done.
days.
We're not done.
Oh God, I feel like I'm done.
I use a combination. This is what he says. I use a combination of electric and quad blade. I have an R2D2 electric, but my collector side will not let me open him. LOL.
Did he spell
Thanks for the weekly fun.
EL-OH-EL?
From Tiderium H.
I use a 4-blade Quattro with shaving cream. I shave my head every 3rd day.
I feel like if it was a 4-blade Cinco, then we might have
And I shave my balls once a week. Big facts.
Whoa.
I shave my
Big facts.
I bleach my butthole.
Oh my God.
It's a fact.
What about your cheeks? What did you say about your face?
I'm trying to be
What
vulnerable.
about your face? What about your face?
Bleach it.
My face goes with my head every 3rd day.
What about your face?
asshole?
My asshole is only for special
Scruffy?
occasions. Valentine's Day,
I bleach my
birthday. Not mine, hers.
Have you ever? Do you like have a little bow you put on your butthole and like you spread your legs? You're like,
Yeah, of course. You don't have one?
No.
Mine is polka dot, and it says "Lucky You."
It was white, but now it's white with brown polka dots.
No, come on, man. That'll be gross. I wipe my asshole.
So have you ever waxed?
I wet
No,
like my butthole.
I've never waxed. I have neared.
Near?
Near?
Like this. I think it's near. Is it near? I don't know. It's when you like. It's when
Nair.
Nared. I have nared. I nared my
Shit
shoulders.
burns, man.
I nared my shoulders. Because I got hair on my shoulders, and I nared them one time.
Wait, you shave your balls.
I wonder what Joe uses. Does he?
No. Hold on.
Genetics is what Joe uses.
Listen, I coined the term Uncle Dolphin. That's all I gotta say.
Did you really?
Yes, I did. I coined lots of terms I get no credit for.
Robert, I never said you didn't.
Yes,
Calm down.
Tell your
Jesus.
therapist. I never said you
I
didn't.
did too.
I just asked as a qualifier if you had.
He needs to shave his shins. Bobby, I want to know something.
Mm-hmm.
Shave your balls once a week.
Mm-hmm.
You shave your head every 3rd day.
Mm-hmm.
But you leave the chest and back furry as fuck.
Yep.
That's weird.
So.
What about the face though?
What about the what?
The face.
So my face I shave with my head every 3rd day. Now if I'm off work, I leave my face grow until I had to go back to work. Because I like it. As for my back, I have, when I nared my shoulders, I nared my back the same time. All it did was make my back itchy as fuck for like a week.
But don't you think you look funny?
So I cut that out. Now let me tell you about my chest. So,
Lord.
Once a year, I get a physical, as you all should do, listeners, for your personal health. And I had to do a stress test. And they put stickies on your chest. And if you don't have your chest shaved, they shave little patches for your. So you have you walk around with these little patches missing out of your chest hair.
Why does patches sound funny? Did you tell a story about patches once?
Maybe. But 1 year, I shaved my chest. Just because I was like, look, I'm going to go into this physical and I'm going to have it all ready to go. I didn't look any better. I looked arguably worse. And I was just scratching my chest for the next 2 weeks, much like my back. So.
And also, listeners, when you hit 45, if you're a male, the physical is going to get really fucking interesting.
So after 40.
Oh, honey, no. She's got my Megatron. Here, take
after 40, tell them to drop a second one in, just to fuck with them.
Just like.
And so I hear. And then also, if you're smart in today's world with the food that we're eating, after 40, you should be shitting on a stick. If you don't know what I'm talking about, ask your doctor. Be responsible. Take care of yourself.
What about three seashells?
Oh, Bobby. Is that why you call my penis a stick?
I'm not 40, so I haven't shit on a stick yet, but I can.
Oh.
Once I am 40, I am 100% shitting on a stick.
Hey,
my penis tattoo.
I'm not 40 either, but I've actually asked my primary care to make that part of my.
Yeah, it doesn't hurt. It's fucking it's your fucking health, man. Like, stick around, be there. It's not for you; it's for the people that love you.
And he only charged me $20.
Well, that means nobody loves me.
He charged you $20. It was then behind the 7-Eleven.
No,
So,
that's
Matt,
I ain't gonna make it 45.
Just interject, Matt. Plenty of people love you.
45, man. I ain't gonna make it a 45.
Don't say that.
Just kidding, man. I love you.
Yeah,
put your money where your mouth is.
Because real, like, as the kids say, real talk. Like, the shit you put out, it does come back to you. And I know I've just been talking about shit on a stick, so it sounds a little weird. But like, that energy that you put out, it comes back to you. So when you start talking about, like, I'm not going to live to 45, like, just don't do that. Mm-hmm. Put out the positive stuff.
Oh, God, you've been eating too much kombucha.
I hear you, man. I'm just saying, like.
So, anybody else want to share about their shaving tendencies and preferences?
I will.
Please don't.
I shave about once a week. Whether I work or not.
Not that mustache though, because ever since you got that mustache, you've been getting suits and shit.
Yeah, I know, right? Kit and I subscribe to the Dollar Shave Club, the monthly or the weekly or whatever the fuck we get the razors in the mail. They're all right. They're trash. They're fine. They're not great, but the shave butter is fucking money. But I also have an electric shaver that I didn't use for a while because it made my face break out. But now my face is used to it, so I use the blades for most of the shaving, but I use the electric for the fine.
Norelco.
Tuning. But and then I shave my head about once every 3 months.
Norelco.
Less in winter because I gotta have a hat on. But during the summer I shave it about.
Have you used Norelco?
Norelco.
I don't think I have used Norelco. I don't even know what brand of fucking electric I have. But the razor that Bobby mentioned, that's money. That's a good fucking razor.
Bobby's got a Hot Toys razor.
He did a
Fanatics
box art for
razor.
it.
It cuts my head. It cuts my head to shit. Like I always let it go to the last moment. When, like there's only like because I look at like it's got like the little gel and the little things at the top.
Oh god.
You know, and you can see.
You're like I should have replaced this a long time ago. There is no
It's so
gel
true.
here at all.
And I'm looking at it. I'm counting. I'm like, only 6 ones left. I can get 2 or more. And then when you're on your last one, you're like, oh, 2 left. I'll make it stretch.
Razors are expensive, man.
Yup.
That's a fucking racket. I have a Remington. I just walked into the bathroom. I have a Remington. I'm sure you can hear it because I'm on my phone and it's time to set up.
I don't shave at all, so
you can tell.
I know.
The beard Mac.
Justin, what do? Do you have like a template for the goatee?
Yeah, that's what I do. I formed it out of wood and I just hold it up to my face. And,
Do you have a template for your?
What I do is for most of this stuff I just use just like a trimmer, you know, like you would do your hair, like if you wanted to buzz cut your hair. So it's what you use for it's what you use for your face, and you know, keep the beard looking decent. And then I have the same. I have the Quattro, but I don't really like it. It's too big. I just feel like it just doesn't. It's too hard to get fine lines in with it. Just too many razors. So I still have a Mach 3 from when I was like, when you know, like when you turn like 16, they're like, welcome to being kind of a man. Here's your razor. You get it in the mail. Did anyone else get one of those?
That's insulting.
Yeah. Well, anyway, so like, yeah, when I was 16, they're like, here's your razor. I'm like, sweet. And yes, I've just been using that for years. That's typically what I use. But right now, so like, I'm also out of cartridges for it right now. And I was like, well, I got this old safety razor with these this whole pack of like, you know, like 40 blades for like a nickel or whatever it costs, you know. So right now I'm using that because whatever. So.
Well, keep those cheap blades because when you go to court, those are going to help you.
Exactly. So, yeah, so that's what I use.
I always pictured you as like a Banksy man, like you just take a stencil.
What I like to use is that old timey like razor blade knife thing, you know, that the barbers use sometimes. I just do that to myself.
do you really? Do you know how to use that? Because I've always wanted to do that.
No, I've had it used on me, but I have never tried to do it myself. Like I have cut myself pretty bad with a razor that, you know, is not supposed to be able to cut myself. So like I feel like that one is be like, well, how did you end up in the hospital? Like, well, funny story. Yeah, so no, I have never used one of those.
Like, I would use that on myself, and they'd be like, "What happened to you?" Like, "Oh, I fell down the stairs somehow, and just got impaled into my chest."
Yeah, I was carrying it safely, and I accidentally fell down the stairs with it. Yeah.
No, I would have been shaving in the bathroom and just fell down the stairs like Peter Griffin, and then the ambulance had to come and get me.
These guys in the Mythic chat are being so mean to me. So mean. Russ, you are quite the muss. So mean.
That's fucked up, man. Come on, Russ.
So mean, Russ.
You ain't no skinny
man. Buy some socks. I use a Mach 3, Justin.
Good stuff. Did you have to pay for yours?
Yes, I don't own stock in Mach 3.
He does the box
apparently
art
when you turned of a teenage age, they didn't think that you were manly enough.
My wife will borrow.
He gets free Mach 3.
My wife will borrow my razor and then lose it. I have to buy another razor blade, another razor handle every few months. Yeah, I use the Mach 3. But for shaving cream, I have the L'Occitane, like the old style, like bowl of shaving soap, and I have a brush. And every morning, I'm in the shower and I stir up that soap cake, the shaving cream cake with my brush, and I rub it all over my face, and then I shave. It's the best experience.
My body.
It's the best. But every day I have to shave. Otherwise, see, I can't really grow a beard right. And I'm so fat that just with my scruffiness, I just end up looking dirty and fatter. So I just got to keep it clean shaven every day. Every damn. Oh, Bobby thought that was funny. Yeah, real good, Bobby. Real nice.
It was funny. All right. I guess we should hop off here. I wanted to have a conversation about Matt's big step, but we'll do that another time.
It's got to be finalized. You don't want to kill the deal, Bubba. Is that what you're doing? You want to kill the deal because you're jealous?
No, I'm happy for him, man. I'm very happy for him.
Be very careful, Matthew. He's sabotaging you.
Mm-hmm.
Get the fuck out of here.
She's like, screw y'all.
Good night, folks.
Shardouts to Courthouse Network, ROC, Antis Around, Toy Detox, Plastic Fanatics, Spirit Vultures, Nerve Rage Radio, Egg and my personal favorite, the well-established gentleman's show, Stasis Lock. At Real Robot, at Fear Corpse, I am Ratchet. Third party TF Crashers and Open Your Toys podcast. This podcast is intended for mature audiences only. Its sole purpose is to entertain. If it doesn't fit with your sensitive sensibilities, please feel free to turn it off now. Shut the fuck up!